Namaste, everyone, and peace and blessings. I thank you so much for joining me here today in our Yin Yang Yoga Flow. I invite you to find a comfortable position, a comfortable seated position, as we go inward here today. Whatever seated position that feels comfortable for you, may you find that seat. And once we find our seated position, may we take a nice, deep, intentional breath in. Hold it for a couple seconds before we exhale. Maybe we can give it a try. When we exhale, maybe we'll notice our shoulders relaxing downward towards the earth. Nice, deep, intentional breath in. Hold it for a couple seconds before we exhale. Here we go. Finding our palms at heart center, seated prayer. Maybe we can lie our palms flat on the mat, on the earth, side by side, finding our palms beside us, feeling the intuition of the universe, receiving vibes from the earth, whatever they may be. Or maybe our vibes are not here yet, but they are generating. Simply feeling. Slightly lifting our chin slightly up in the air. Palms are on the earth. Chin slightly up. Neck slightly bent forward, upward. Allowing our neck to go backwards. Breathing in and out. Allowing the breath to calm and soothe our body. Bringing our palms back at heart center. Slightly leaning forward towards our legs, towards the earth in front of us. Maybe we'll allow our palms to touch our third eye chakra. Inviting intuition and insight in to our practice this evening. Slowly coming back up, finding ourselves back in the upward position, seated position. Maybe we can allow our shoulders to come straight to the back, allowing our heart chakra to be open. Shoulders nice and tall to the back. Heart chakra is open. Inviting in anything that's happy, hopeful, and with love into our lives. Shoulders back, heart chakras open. We are welcoming. Palms or slightly behind us, palms down to the ground, to the earth, chin slightly up. Nice, deep, intentional breath in as we exhale. Maybe we can look slightly downward towards the earth, allowing our chin to slightly go inward towards our chest as we slightly look downward towards the earth. And maybe we can lower our eyelids down all the way, allowing our eyes to close if we feel comfortable. Going inward even deeper. Feeling the vibes and the intuition of the universe. Sitting up, allowing our hands to come up in the air above our head, palms together, finding ourselves in a seated salute. Nice and easy. Maybe we'll slightly bend our elbows, finding our arms in a diamond pose, awakening our crown chakra, palms above our head in a crown. We are willing, we are open, we are ready to be awakened, completely awakened. Crown chakra is opening. Slowly bringing our hands down past our third eye chakra, which is opening as well. Past our throat chakra, which is opening, allowing us to speak what is our truth. Finding ourselves at pause at heart chakra. Once again, our heart is open. Heart chakra is open. As our palms go back down towards the earth, palms downward, hands are on our side, palms touching the earth, feeling the intuition of the universe. Slightly gazing downward, or allowing our eyelids to close completely, feeling our bodies sink deeper into the mat. Feeling our shoulders relax downward even more, away from our ears. We are relaxing. We are shedding the day away. We are simply being and taking a moment of self-care. As we slowly bring our legs straight in front of us in staff pose. Nice and easy. Legs are parallel. Maybe we'll point our feet slightly forward, feeling the stretch in our hamstrings behind our legs as we bend our legs forward. And if we choose, maybe we'll also bend our bodies forward, finding ourselves in a complete forward fold, allowing our chest to lean in closer to our legs and allowing our head to go down towards our legs. We'll hold this complete forward fold for 5 to 6 breaths. To 5 to 6 breaths. Here we go. Next breath, slowly coming up from our seated forward fold, allowing our shoulders to go nice and tall to the back. Once again, allowing our heart chakra to be open. Palms on the floor beside us. Maybe we'll slightly bring our right leg slightly up, crossing it over our left leg. Bringing our hands up in the air, in an X pose. Hands are in the air like an X. Slightly twisting our hands to the back as we slowly twist our body to the right, finding ourselves in a seated twist. Slightly looking over our right shoulder, nice and easy. Next breath, coming back to center. Hands are back in the air. In our X, slightly twisting to the left, finding ourselves in a seated twisted salute, slightly looking over our left shoulder, nice and easy. Slowly coming back to center, checking in with our body. Finding ourselves back in a complete seated forward fold. Slowly coming back up to a staff pose. Slowly bending our right knee, our right leg. That way our inner foot is touching our left thigh. Shoulders are nice and straight. Left hand, palm facing upwards, will allow our left hand to relax down to our lower leg next to our foot. Slightly leaning forward. Allowing our right arm to go up in the air. Nice and easy. As we slightly lean more deeper into our left leg, maybe we can slightly take our arm off our leg and place it directly inside of our leg, beside our leg. Slowly leaning towards our left leg. Slowly allowing our right hand to slowly reach towards our left foot. As we position our bodies to go down, our ear is going closer and closer to our knee. Our left ear is going closer and closer to our left knee. Feeling the stretch. Slowly coming up, hand in the air, right hand in the air, body's coming up. Finding ourselves back in staff pose. Both our legs are side by side, parallel. Leaning into a seated forward fold. Coming back up to a staff pose. Shoulders nice and tall, heart chakras open, shoulders are back. Slightly bending our left foot, allowing our left foot, bottom of our feet, to touch our right inner thigh. Maybe we'll take a nice deep intentional breath here, allowing the breath to calm and relax our bodies. Taking our right hand and bringing it down towards our lower leg or our foot, wherever it can reach. Allowing our left arm to go in the air. Checking in with our bodies, seeing how we feel. If all feels well, may we allow our right hand to slightly come off of our right leg. Our right arm is inside of our right leg, touching it nice and snug. As we slowly allow our left hand to slightly move forward towards our right foot as we go down deeper into our pose. Next breath, come up nice and slow. Allowing our left leg to go forward back into our staff pose. Nice and easy. Bending back down to seated forward fold. And if our hands are able to touch the bottom of our feet, may we pedal our feet up and back, feeling the stretch in our hamstrings behind our legs. Coming back up to our staff pose. Nice and easy. Fingertips on our shoulders as we roll our shoulders backwards. Shoulders up towards our ears as it rolls backwards. Feeling the stretch in our shoulders and upper back. Finding pause as we rotate. Shoulder rolls forward. Nice and easy. Palms back to the floor, to our yoga mat, to the earth. Slightly lifting our chin up. Tummy nice and tight. Shoulders are back, heart chakra is open. Nice, deep, intentional breath in if we choose. Hold it for a couple seconds. Exhale from your mouth. Next breath, finding ourselves in a tabletop pose. As we find ourselves doing a couple of spinal waves. Whatever feels best for you. Simply relaxing and decompressing your spinal cord. And now I'm doing spinal twirls, which is rolling our hips. If we're doing spinal twirls, may we now switch to the opposite direction. Finding ourselves back to doing a couple of spinal waves. Next spinal wave, may we find ourselves in a child's pose. Untucking your toes and allowing your buttocks to go back towards your heels. Child's pose, nice and relaxed. Here we go. Slightly allowing yourself to come out of your child's pose. Maybe we can wiggle our body from side to side in our child's pose. Simply seeing how we feel. Nice and easy. Finding ourselves back into a tabletop pose. As we drop down to cow. Next breath, cat. Cow pose. To cat. Back to table. Untucking our toes. Checking in with our body. If all feels well, may we lift our left hand up in the air. Slightly threading it through our right arm. See that there? And find ourselves in a nice twist as we go downward towards the mat. Here we go. And if we want to go deeper in a stretch, we can allow our right hand to go in the air and wrap around our back. Nice and easy. feeling our bodies and our mind relax. And I will thread the needle. Maybe slightly closing our eyes if we choose. Slowly unwrapping our arm, placing our right hand on the floor, pushing ourselves up in the air. Finding ourselves back in table. Cow pose. Back to cat. Back to thread the needle on the opposite side, allowing our right arm to thread through our left. Same technique, let it thread. And if you feel comfortable, we can wrap our left arm behind our back. Here we go. Nice and easy, slowly unwrapping your body, finding ourselves back in table. If all feels well, maybe take our right leg and bring it slightly to the back behind us. If all feels well with that, maybe take our left arm and bring it slightly in front of us. Feeling a balance in this pose. Tummy is nice and tight. Next breath, we'll bring our knee to our elbow and hold it for 4 breaths. Coming back to bird pose. Right leg out to the back. Right arm out to the front. I'm sorry. Right leg out to the back. Left leg, right leg out to the back. Left arm out to the front. Here we go. Sometimes life's like that. We get confused. We mix things up. But what do? We balance what we did and we keep on going. There we have it. Coming back down to tabletop, checking in with our bodies. If all feels well, we'll take our left foot, bring it out to the back, nice and straight behind us. Now taking our right arm, bringing our right arm out to the front, finding our balance in our bird pose on the opposite side. We'll hold this for 2 to 3 breaths. Now bringing our knee in to our elbow. We'll hold this for 4 to 5 breaths. Coming back on out to bird pose. Coming back down to table. Nice deep intentional breath in as we lower down to cow. Back to cat. Back to cow. Finding ourselves sitting on our buttocks. Feet flat on the floor as we hug our legs into our chest. Taking a moment to show ourselves gratitude and thankfulness for allowing ourselves to practice self-care here today. Maybe we'll take 2 nice, deep, intentional breaths here. Nice and easy. As we slowly bring our arms down and slightly bring our legs up in the air, finding ourselves in a boat pose. Nice and easy. Feeling our abs work in this pose. And maybe we can cross our feet in this boat pose, feeling our abs work even more. This is a strengthening. This is the yang part of this session here. Strength building, working our abs. Coming back to still, and maybe we can bring our feet straight out in front of us, going deeper in our boat pose. Tummy nice and tight. Maybe we can slightly bend our knees, grab our feet with each hand, and maybe we can bring our left foot out in front of us, leg up in the air. Seeing how that feels. We'll hold this for 2 to 3 breaths. If this pose feels good and we were able to maintain this pose, may we now take our right leg and bring it up in the air as we're holding it. Feeling the balance even more. We'll hold this for 2 to 3 breaths. Bringing our legs in nice and slow. Finding ourselves back in boat pose, regular boat pose. Modified boat pose. This is actually modified because this is actual boat pose. This is a modified boat pose here. Bringing our legs in, finding ourselves in a butterfly or a diamond. When we're in our diamond, our feet are together away from us. When we're in a butterfly, our feet are in a diamond closer to us. See that there? Maybe squeeze our feet in. Positioning our bodies to feel nice and straight. That way our back can be open, our heart chakra can be open, which means our shoulders are back nice and tall. Feeling our stretch here. Feeling our thighs. See that there? Feeling our back open, our heart chakra open. Nice and easy. Chin slightly up. Yes. We'll hold this pose for 2 to 3 breaths. For 2 to 3 more breaths, shall I say. Maybe taking our hands and placing them on the outside of our legs and slowly bringing our legs in. Hugging ourselves one more time. Legs to chest. Giving thanks once again. Feet are off the floor. Tummy is nice and tight. As we slowly come down. Finding ourselves back in our tabletop. Hands are at the front of our mat now. We are on our knees and we're going to find ourselves in a downward facing dog. Feeling a stretch as we walk our dog, moving our right and leg, our right and left foot, left to right, walking our dog. Next breath, bringing our right leg up in the air. Finding ourselves in a one-legged dog. Maybe we'll slightly bend our foot towards our buttocks. Feeling a stretch. Coming back to our one-legged dog. Bringing our knee in to our elbow. Holding it for 2 breaths. coming back up to our one-legged dog. Feeling a stretch as we bring our leg back in, finding ourselves back in our pigeon, finding ourselves in the pigeon. Right leg in front of us, slightly bent. Left leg straight to the back, pigeon pose. Maybe we'll twist our bodies from left to right. We'll turn to the side so you can see my leg is straight to the back. See that there? It's straight to the back. And I'm twisting from side to side. Simply feeling a stretch in my pigeon pose. We'll hold this pose for 2 to 3 breaths. Pigeon. Yes. As we slowly use our hands to push ourselves up. See that there? Because we can be slightly leaning forward, or we can use our hands to push us up. Yes. So our right leg is pigeoned in front of us. Taking our left arm, lifting it up in the air. Shoulders are back. Slightly bending our left arm to face our feet. And allowing our left arm to slightly go to the back. This will allow us to lift up even more. And maybe if we choose, we can slightly bend our left leg and hold it in our hand. If we choose. And maybe we can take our right hand, bring it up in the air. Feel that there? And slightly lean up. If you choose, going into king pigeon or mermaid, whatever you can get into, whatever pose your body allows. Nice and easy. Relaxing that left leg flat back down to the ground. Slightly looking over our right shoulder. Slightly looking over our left shoulder. Slightly coming back to center. Finding ourselves back in a downward facing dog. Maybe we'll walk our dog in our downward facing dog. Bringing our left leg up in the air. Nice and high, feeling a stretch. As we slightly bend our left leg towards our buttocks. Feeling a stretch. Bringing our left knee to our left elbow. Hold it here for 2 to 3 breaths. Leg back up in the air, one-legged dog. Slowly coming back down, bending our left knee, finding ourselves in pigeon on the opposite side. Nice and easy. Walking ourselves up. Maybe we'll take a nice deep intentional breath in here as we slightly look over our right shoulder. Slightly looking over our left shoulder. Coming back to center as we walk our bodies up as high as we can. Feeling a stretch. And if we choose, we can bring our right arm in the air. Bringing it to the back of our body. Slightly lifting our right leg up in the air. Trying to connect our right hand to our right foot. Bringing it in. Maybe going into a king pigeon. or a mermaid, whatever feels good for you. We'll hold this pose for 3 to 4 breaths. Shoulders back, bodies as tall as we can get it. Here we go. Next breath, releasing your leg, allowing it to go back down nice and easy. Finding ourselves back in our pigeon. Twisting our body to the left, back to the right. Now to center. And maybe we'll come down, palms in front of our chest at heart center. As we come down, leaning forward. And I'm going to call this praying pigeon. So we're in our pigeon, but we are with praying hands. Taking a nice, deep, intentional breath in here. In our praying pigeon. Breathing in light and goodness. Breathing in what we want to accomplish in our lives. And exhaling the things that no longer serves us. Yes. As we fall down to sleeping pigeon. Hands in front of you. Whatever way you want to do it. Maybe if you have a pillow near, you could bring a pillow in front of you. This is a yang yoga. So in our yang part, we can have a pillow or we can just relax down. And we'll hold this pose for 3 to 5 breaths. Here we go. Next breath, pigeon is awakening. We are slowly lifting ourselves up, bringing our hands from in front of us, placing them flat on the mat in front of us, and lifting our bodies up. Pigeon has awakened. Untucking our back foot, finding ourselves back into a downward facing dog. Maybe we'll walk our dog. Before we bring our right foot back in front of us, back in pigeon. Right foot in front of us. Nice and easy. We have to balance our bodies. We have to do sleeping pigeon on the opposite side. Bringing our right hand arm in front of us, palms on the mat. Left arm in front of us, palms on the mat. Our hands are nicely crossed as we allow our bodies to go down to sleeping pigeon on the opposite side. Here we go. Coming back up out of our sleeping pigeon, placing both palms of our hands on the mat, pushing our bodies up. We are out of our sleeping pigeon, untucking our toes, finding ourselves back in our downward facing dog. And maybe we'll do a couple of spinal waves from a high plank position. Finding ourselves in an upward facing dog. Allowing our knees to touch the mat now. Lowering our bodies down to a child's pose. Nice and easy. Coming out of our child's pose, relaxing our bodies down into our Spanx pose. This is a relaxing pose. It's also a slight back bend. Oh, we are in our Spanx. Placing our palms flat on the floor in front of us. Using our hands to push our bodies up into a seal. Slightly looking upward, chin slightly up in our seal. This is a little bit deeper back bend. Next breath, come back down to Spanx pose. Shoulders nice and tall, straight back. Nice deep breath. Inhaling through our nose. Exhaling through our mouth. Coming back up to seal. Hold this pose for 2 breaths. Relaxing down. Bringing our palms closer to our body, closer to our chest area. Lifting ourselves up to our cobra. We'll hold this pose for 3 to 4 breaths. Next breath, upward facing dog. Next breath, back down to cobra. Next breath, down to Spanx pose. Maybe we'll slightly look downward towards the earth. And if we choose, maybe we'll allow our eyelids to close completely down. Eyes are closed if we choose. Checking in as we slightly turn on our left side, stacking our legs on top of each other, allowing our arm to be straight above our head, finding ourselves in an L pose. Our right hand is on our yoga mat right in front of our chest, keeping us up like a kickstand. But our legs are, see that, parallel. This is a balancing pose. This is a mixture of yin and yang. Maybe slowly allow our right leg to come up in the air. We are moving into alligator. Keeping our tummy nice and tight. And if all feels well, may we allow our right hand to come up to our side, parallel to our right leg. Holding this pose. Next breath, may we, if we choose and if we're able, bringing our right hand above our head, allowing our palms of both hands to touch each other, creating the tail of the alligator. Allowing our head to slightly relax on our arm as we relax out here in our alligator pose. Nice and relaxed, feeling the strength, feeling the balance in this pose. And if we want, we can open up the alligator's mouth even more, and we won't feel the intense as much in our right thigh, right leg. But if you want to feel it more, close the leg slightly. Alligator's mouth is slightly open. Here we go. Slightly rolling onto our back. Finding ourselves in a savasana or a laying position on our back. We are reclined. Our feet are flat on the floor. And if we may, maybe bring our legs into our chest. Once again, hugging ourselves and thanking ourselves for allowing ourselves to relax and go inward here today. Feeling our shoulders relax deeper in the mat. Next breath, leg on a wall pose. Unless we have a wall, we will use an invisible wall. Our legs are on a wall. Body is straight. We are in our reclined pose. Legs are on a wall. Now may we, if we choose, bring our hands inside of our legs and spread our legs slightly apart, feeling the reclined, wide-legged stretch. Nice and easy. Here we go. Nice, deep, intentional breath. Seeing how your body feels. And maybe we can point our feet slightly. See that? Pointing it slightly forward to feel the stretch even more. And use our hands to slightly and softly push our legs apart. And the more we do this, we'll see our legs go more and more apart. Yes. Bringing our hands to the outside of our legs now and pushing our legs now closer together. Nice and easy. Back to legs up on the wall. May we allow our hands to go to the lower portion of our legs, bringing our legs in towards our forehead. Feeling a stretch. Legs to forehead stretch. Nice and easy. Unstretching that stretch there. Back to legs on the wall. Maybe bring our legs back into our chest, knees to chest. Allowing our feet now to go flat on the floor. Our feet are flat on the floor as we use our feet to push our buttocks in the air. And we're gonna walk our shoulders inward. And if we can, connect our hands underneath our bottom, underneath our buttocks, finding ourselves in a bridge pose. And we'll hang out here for 2 to 3 breaths. As we put more pressure on our right foot and allow our left foot to come slightly up and straight up in the air. We'll hold this for 2 to 3 breaths. Slightly coming down. Both feet are flat on the floor. Yes. Feeling a stretch. Right leg up in the air now. As we bring it completely up in the air. We'll hold this for 2 to 3 breaths. Slightly coming back down to bridge pose.
Now lay completely on our backs.
Nice and easy. I'm going to come back on my mat here. Play with our hands, play with our fingers, moving our fingertips. See that there? Yes, relaxing our fingertips. Bringing our fingertips to the top of our head. And our fingertips are now towards our shoulders. Our feet are flat on the floor. And we're going to try to do a full wheel pose. Slightly pushing down on our hands and coming up on our feet. The same technique we just did for our bridge pose. See that there? So then we're up. Our back is slightly bent. See that there? I'm going to put our hands back on the floor. Fixing our feet to a comfortable position. And come on up. See that there? Yes. Now we're in a full wheel pose. Nice and relaxed. And if you want to get fancy, you could bring a leg up in the air. See that? Coming back down. Positioning yourself. Bringing the opposite leg up. See that? Coming back down. Coming in deeper. Yes. Coming back down on your head. Putting my shoulders, my hands, my arms down to the mat. Untucking my body. And coming out of that pose. Maybe bringing my hands above my head. Bringing my legs down, flat out in front of me. Okay. Palms together above my head. Legs are flat out. Finding myself in a full body stretch. Untucking my shoulders. See that there? Feeling the stretch even deeper. Feet are pointed forward, which allows me to feel the stretch even deeper. Maybe I'll take my right leg and slightly walk it to the right side. Take my left leg and slightly walk it to the left side.
I'm sorry, right
Taking
side.
my body and slightly pushing it to the right side. Everything's on the right side. Finding myself in a banana pose. Right leg, left leg is to the right. Right arm, left arm is to the right. I am in my banana pose. Coming back to center. Now taking my left leg, putting it to the left. My right leg, putting it to the left. And scooting my body over to the left. Finding myself in banana pose on the opposite side. And if I want, I can cross my leg actually to make that banana pose even deeper. Nice deep intentional breath to relax my body even more. Coming out of that banana pose, finding my body back in a full body stretch. Bringing my hands above my head, parallel to my heart center. As I slowly bend my knees, hands are in between my knees, my legs, finding myself in a child's pose. Here we go. Nice and easy in that child's pose. And maybe we want to go deeper by slightly bringing our legs to our shoulders. Slightly lifting our head off the floor, if we choose. Or relaxing. We're just doing a simple, nice and easy, very relaxing, happy baby. Here we go. Did I say child's pose? I meant happy baby. Happy baby. Yes. And maybe we want to rock our body from side to side. And our happy baby. Or maybe we want to stay still. And our happy baby. Whatever you choose. Legs back to the wall pose. Bringing our knees back in. Knee to chest. Hugging our knees to our chest. Thanking ourselves for practicing here today. As we lower our legs straight out in front of us. Maybe we'll allow the heels of our feet to touch each other. As we allow our legs to slightly fall from right to left. Completely relaxing our bodies. We are in Savasana. We are in rest pose. We are going inward. And we can relax here for the next 2 to 3 minutes. Or if we want, we can do a reclined spinal twist before we close off in our Savasana. Simply allowing our legs to fall to the left side. Feeling the spinal twist and our reclined spinal twist. Legs to the left. Right arm is out to the side in a T. Slightly looking over our right shoulder. Feeling a stretch in our reclined spinal twist. If we choose to do a spinal twist. Coming back to center. Knees to chest. Allowing our legs to fall to the right if we are doing a reclined spinal twist. Left arm out to the side in a T as we slightly look over our left shoulder. Coming back to center. Legs down to your side. Maybe you can grab a blankie if you're a little nippy. A lot of times when we relax our bodies, relaxing our minds, we get a little chilly as our body temperature regulates. Finding ourselves in rest pose, Savasana. Nice, deep, intentional breath in. Hold it for a couple seconds if you choose before we exhale. Relaxing out in Savasana for a couple minutes. Here we go. Feeling our bodies relax. Feeling our spinal cord sink into our yoga mats, nice and easy. Slightly lowering or closing our eyes. Gazing downwards if you choose. Feeling one with the universe here in our Savasana. Next breath, may we roll to our left or right side, whatever feels comfortable for you. And And may we hang out on our left or right side for another 60 seconds, simply relaxing in peace and silence. If our eyes are closed, may we softly and slowly open our eyes and slowly start to wiggle our toes and wiggle our bodies to feel ourselves awaken. And if you choose to come out of your laying position, maybe find ourselves in a seated position. However, we can stay in our laying position if that feels good for us. Maybe slightly gaze downward towards the earth. Nice, deep, intentional breath in as we gaze downward. Exhale. Finding our peace and solitude as we conclude our session here today. Sitting up straight, shoulders back, heart chakra is open. Our minds are open. Feeling our shoulders go away from our ears, relaxing. Feeling our bodies melt deeper into our mat. May we allow our hands to go at heart center, seated prayer. As we slightly lean forward, allowing the tips of our fingers to touch our third eye chakra, our intuition, here at our forehead. We are willing to accept anything that serves us. And at the same time, we are grateful for any intuition or any insight the universe may give us to help us make good decisions in our lives. Third eye is open, intuition and knowing is available for us. Slightly lifting our head up, tips of our fingers are beneath our lips. May we speak words of positivity, of hope, of inspiration. May we also speak our truth with dignity and respect. Hands back down to heart chakra. Seated prayer. I thank you for taking the time to join me here today. I am grateful for you. I am thankful for you. Yes, I am. The light in me sees, appreciates, and respects the light in you. Peace and blessings be to you. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you. Until next time, I'll see you on the mat. This is Sister Moon.